Sorry, the camera's over there. I'm gonna have to get used to it. And I did go get my glasses so that I can see the chat. Marlon and I just went through a little bit of a recap of our goals from this year and things we accomplished. And one of the things that we didn't accomplish was both going to the dentist. So I'm thinking next year needs to be optometrist. It's been a little bit. Biz, let me know what you think of the setup so far. Again, no shed yet. So a bunch of shit is over there. You can see a little bit of the treadmill that doesn't work yet. We're working on it. It was free. So, you know, we're showing up messy, folks. Messy and cute or whatever you do. Also wearing our own merch, which is covered in cat hair, I just realized, but everything in my house is, so that's fine. Let me know how the audio balances too when you all get the chance. Appreciate you. On this Christmas Eve, this Christmas of our Eves, 2025, we're wearing our own merch and working out in the afternoon, working out during nap time. Oh yeah, Peach. I'm sure she'll come in and say hi. They 100% will as soon as I'm actually doing anything, and I'll kick them out when I start lifting heavy. It'll be so heavy today. I'm gonna just like come back from like 3 months of no lifting to just like all the plates and like, you know, probably like clean and jerks, other dynamic movements, everything explosive. Audio's great, good. A bit quiet. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. Thank you, thank you. I've got the Dave the Diver. How's that? I just went up like 10. I want you to be able to hear it because I can hear it nice and groovy. Again, let's go. PG, oh, PG Glitter. I even have my glasses on and I read that as PG Grifter and I was like, she is grifty. Nor normally keep you. Okay, let me turn, everybody warning right now, I'm gonna turn both up. I'm gonna be quiet. I just turned that all the way up for my mic and let me turn up desktop audio a tiny bit as well. Because that balance looks pretty good from what I can see, but also let me know. Again, I hope you're happy. Yeah, let's get physical. I know, oh, I would totally do get some like leg warmers. Do some steps. We'll get a step. We'll put our toes up on the box. It's so yellow, I know. It's extremely yellow, Cash. Eventually there'll be like cool wall art of like my avatar character and like blood splatter. Also because my official fitness slogan is "You're killing it, Queen," which will look really cool in like blood red. It's gonna be great. It looks good. I'm glad you like it. That sounds good. Okay, this will be a good spot. The only other thing that happened out here once that was really weird, so somebody flagged me down, is that at one time this mic just stopped for a minute. Cash, I knew someone was gonna say something about that. I know. I love working out barefoot and it's really good. And it's fine if you're into feet, no judgment. But if you make it weird, you have to send me money. Those are the rules. Also, mods, please ban people if they make it weird. You can like feet and enjoy my free feet and our free Eevee. But it's not gonna be like sexy posed feet. I know people are into that. Oh, that's fine. Yes, I know, Cash. Come here, Kippy. Everyone has to say hi to Eevee. I've got my little, she's like, please don't pick me up. You know, I hate that. But she's super small. I can just grab her and she can't do anything about it. We did find some wet foods she likes, so I'm pretty excited. Awesome. Yep, that's exactly what we got going on. Oh shit. All right, I won't vamp for too much longer. I have what I'm doing pulled up on, orienting. Shit, right here. And I believe I should be able to easily scroll through with what I'm working on. So you can take a look at what my programming looks like while we go through, and I'll have it on my phone in case I can't see it, which I realized I can, so I'm gonna not have it on my phone. Yay. But yeah, how's everybody's Christmas Eve doing? Again, the cats can be in here for the warm up, that'll be fine. I haven't done anything that really resembles, well, this is kind of untrue. I'm kind of lying right away. My PT that I'm doing right now is relatively intense, I think. Like, it's not crazy, but it's not strength training. And I've been doing that pretty consistently for a while. Lost track of it a little bit in November while we were traveling. But regardless, this will be, I think the last time I did anything that was like, I think I had one day, there was definitely one day in November where I did some like rows and some shit. Might have done some leg extension, like just did a couple things, pulled the sled around a little bit. That's usually my go-to. But this will be my first day back. I am hoping to be back on Saturday. I'll try to get 2 streams in a week when I can. This setup is super easy. So if this looks good, I'll try to do this as much as possible, but do what I can. And you know that I sometimes have good intentions and we don't quite make it. So if we even just get 1 a week, this is 4 weeks of a 12-week block. This is my plan. This was my plan all along for 2025, was to stream out here. So now we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to do it at least once a week, like it's 2025. So if everybody's ready and I've vamped enough, and I said hi to everybody, Sheet Scientist. There is no irony. I just ate so much food. Actually, that's not true. I ate a normal amount of food before a workout because I had not eaten breakfast and I had not eaten food in a while. And one of the things I ate was a cookie. So no shame. You should be eating lunch. It is lunchtime. It's like noon there. That's perfect. I haven't had lunch yet and it's 3 o'clock. You're the one that's on their shit. I had to be like, oh fuck, I have to go work out. Let me eat a cookie and a piece of peanut butter toast quick. So, because the other option that sounded good was tuna fish. And I've already talked about this, but every time that I eat tuna fish, even if it's like 3 hours before I work out, even if I work out light, I burp and it tastes like tuna fish. And I like tuna fish and I'm still like, this isn't a good time. I don't need this. So I'm vamping a little bit because I'm going to try to keep some of this relatively structured for the sake of the VOD. But I also know that I don't really like being that structured. So I'm sure I will take breaks to chat, but I'll try to go through like my warm up. I may neglect chat for just a minute while I get warmed up. I can also talk while I'm doing some of it, so that'll be good. And then when I'm doing my sets, I'll take breaks in between to chat during my rests, but we'll try to kind of focus on them just so it's easier to edit, and also hopefully it goes up okay as a VOD. I'll be putting all of these on the Royal Decree Wellness YouTube if you want to rewatch any of them. That also, I talked to Marlon about this like I do, like as we're falling asleep, and I was doing 10 other things. Probably will be rebranding that. I really like the name because for me, a royal decree fell well under the QueenB3atrix stuff and also is like a fucking affirmation and a declaration of intent in a way that I thought was cool. But it's such a wordy name. And as the QB brand just keeps feeling more like home, we may end up being just like QB Fitness or something. So I'll warn you all when that changes, and it's all still small enough that it can. So if everybody's feeling breezy, Cash is being amazing. 46 and sunny. And you're still sick. No, that's right. You rest up and eat and hydrate and chill and take care of yourself. And I'll start warming up instead of just standing here with my foam roller that I do love. Although I have been strictly ordered by my PT and one of my favorite people and friends, Jackie, to not foam roll my hips. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna actually start with T-spine. I have quads first, but T-spine always feels really good. So. I'll go this way. I'll have to look over my shoulder to read. I also have a little heater on. I got a little space heater, so it's not fucking freezing in here because it has warmed up a bit, but it's getting a lot better. So foam rolling is really nice. If you don't have a foam roller, they're pretty cheap. This was like 18 bucks on Amazon. I don't know what materials it's made of. I'm sorry that I can't speak to its ethical production, but I do use it and we'll just keep this one forever. So that's at least something. Foam rolling is most comfortable on spots where you've got a lot of muscle tissue. Occasionally I see people foam rolling like down low here on their erectors. I'm like, it's fine if that feels good. I'm not gonna question it, but there isn't a lot of tissue there usually. And there are more nerve endings up here. So, you can keep the arms tucked in, but also arms up overhead sort of gives you access to a lot of little bits and pieces around our shoulder blades that usually feel really nice to get massaged. And this is just a groovy spot. I almost always start out here. I'm a big fan. It can take a little getting used to on the foam roller. I often see people kind of slipping off like this. I'm pretty practiced with it. I'm creating more downward force than I am like pushing into it that way, if that makes sense. So we're here, and this is the oscillating version, just going a couple inches. And then I sometimes also like a little kind of reverse cat-cow, so we get a little spinal flexion and extension with a little bit of pressure point, which again just feels good. And this is just, we're warming up. And let me know if the mic seems weird at all as it gets kind of pushed up into my face. Go crazy. Be like, Claire, you sound weird and stupid and I hate it. You tell me whatever you want. I also like stuff like this for, and I'm gonna be talking a lot, but that's okay because that's what I do anyway. It's what I do best. Getting in touch with just how you feel. Does your back feel stiff? Does it feel really, really good to foam roll? Like, are you really, so I keep forgetting the camera's over here. Does it feel like you're like, oh shit, this feels the best thing ever, or like hurts so good in a really specific way. It usually means you're a little stiff, maybe you're a little sore. You know, if you've got a good reason for it, then it's not a big deal. But if you're like, oh shit, maybe I've been carrying a lot of tension, because now having the tension release feels really good. Chaos running. Oh, and roll around and feel good, 100%. Foam rolling quads is not something I toss at people that often because this one can be kind of ouchy, so just be careful. We think about foam rolling the quad, this section here and this section here. I'm gonna be avoiding up towards the hip flexor because I'm not supposed to be putting too much pressure on it. This stuff can kind of just feel like downward, just like pounding. It doesn't feel super good. But down here, we think lots of nerve endings, lots of connective stuff tends to feel good. So we're gonna be taking it easy, and you can always use your body to offset it. Also, Cash, what are you doing to get feeling better? And I'm gonna be in kind of an army crawl position with a bend in this knee here. And you know, you can always use like push off the floor, push off of this leg, so I'm not creating too much downward force. If I start to get down to here, that starts to hurt. Also, I know I'm gonna be in like slutty positions. Everyone has to get over it. Working out is slutty in a good way. All the ways are good, but definitely in this way. One thing to think about here too is like where you are side left to right on your quad. Like to me, a little bit to the inside feels good. I tend to have, my knee pain tends to be a little more to the inside than to the outside. So it makes sense that this stuff feels a little bit better to massage because it's probably a little tighter. And then this one can be a little spicy. The holding still, the stationary weirdly feels kind of like treacherous, but also not bad. If it hurts, don't do it. If you get a 2 out of 10 pain in something, that's where we seriously reconsider not doing that movement, or at least really structuring and adapting. And I'm probably not doing 45 seconds. I'm just feeling it through. Also, she's scientist. You didn't tell us what you're having for lunch. That's the most important thing. And this side doesn't feel as tight. I tend to have more knee pain on the right side. Sorry if you can't see my face, it's fine. You don't care. You got the best view already. A little more knee pain on the right side. So sometimes those things are corollary, sometimes they're not, but makes sense that that one feels a little bit stiffer. This one's like chill, like this doesn't, it's like, yeah, sure, massage, cool, whatever. And I'm priming and getting ready for some squats and some pulling today. So that's part of the reason. Oh shit, I think I forgot to do my lats. Oh no, I think I have those next. That's why I did this in this order. I think I did quads, T-spine, and then lats. Smart me, actually having some thought behind a thing. Unheard of. And funny enough, I think I'm already ready to have this off. Turn off. It's the heater. I'm not just shouting at nothing, I promise. I was setting it up so I would do quads, and then I would do T-spine, and then I would do lats. Lats are a little bit weird, but feel really good. I did say, like, if you get 2 out of 10 pain, don't do it. But the foam roller is like, again, it's there's a difference between like, ooh, ah, yeah, that needs to get worked out, and oh, ow, fuck, right? Those are two different, but like, oh, pressure needed. And I'm still being pretty careful here. This stuff is tight on me, very tight, especially as it heads up like into the armpit. If you've ever had somebody like really massage through those muscles, keep breathing. That's the other thing. That is one thing I will say is a rule for foam rolling. If you find that you're doing what I just did, where I was like holding my breath, like just breathe. We're keeping it nice and light. But obviously these need something because they're really, really touchy. Sloppy Joes and salt and vinegar chips sounds amazing. Damn, I don't really want a sloppy Joe now. It's been ages. Whew, that sounds great. When you guys just got back, got all sorts of stuff going on. Oh, the lats, they scream. Sorry, I'm looking away. I'm not being a good, I'm not showcasing things well. This is not how you frame up for a stream where you can't see. That's okay, let's be for a few seconds. Well, and so, you know, again, this stuff is tight, but not in pain actively. So we're pretty good to go on foam rolling. That's a pretty good general rule of thumb. But because my hips were pinchy and painful and inflamed, Jackie was like, don't foam roll them. They don't need more pressure on them. So we don't do that. But these guys, yeah, they're all right. And left side not as tight, which is funny because that's the arm that hurts, but I don't know, whatever. See, sometimes it doesn't make any fucking sense. Or maybe they're just as tight. I can't fucking tell. Okay, we breathing. Kia. All right, that's our foam rolling. Took a couple minutes. We're gonna hit a little bit of cat-cow and some rear foot elevated hip flexor stretch. And I'm gonna wonder what else you all are eating. Also, tell me what you got going on for Christmas Eve. I know this is kind of a weird time to do the stream, but I was also like, perfect. Everyone will be busy with their families, haha. And I'll be able to sneak in and work out and see how this goes. See how we feel. Cat cow is one of my favorites. Big inhale, big exhale. I always like to, I don't want to necessarily talk through everything every time because it'll start to be kind of familiar. But maybe I will because there might be new people asking questions. But I just feel, I feel like talking without thinking today. So we're going to do that. I always like to start really structured, feel everything through. I also have some modifications for this. I think I have a note for myself in my Google Doc to do a banded version of this if I feel like I need it, where you put a band under your palms and you actually push up. So it's a little more T-spine than it is, you know, lumbar. It's like this one's a little bit of both, but if you have the band over your shoulders, you have to push up a little more into like the scapular region. And then after I do a couple straightforward things, I like to just push into all the corners, as I call it. One of my friends calls this disco cow, where you just take it off the rails, and I think that's really cute. But it can encompass a couple different kinds of movement. Just things that feel good. Let your body kind of speak to you about what it needs. It can feel kind of strange to just intuitively follow movement and let patterns create themselves, but it's just a little bit like dancing, which again, I know doesn't necessarily come naturally to all of us, but I also think that it does, that we all are born to dance and move in natural ways that feel good. So take it off the fucking tracks. Go off road. All right. I don't think I need extra padding for my knee today. Sometimes I do, if they're feeling really, really touchy. That's right, She Scientist, baking stream later. Will somebody shout out She Scientist? What are you gonna be baking? I thought Dave the Diver would be good. That's at some point, when I'm more settled into the rhythm with all this, I will have Spotify up and it'll show what we're playing, because I want to do that thing that I know you can do where you can hear the copyrighted music on stream, but then it doesn't go to the VOD. And I want to open up the jam to the Patreon so that you can pick what we're listening to. I think it'll be really cute. Lex, hello! Thank you for the lurk. I love you. Christmas Eve! Go do Christmas Eve things. I love you. Cinnamon rolls and decorating cookies. Okay, we're gonna definitely have to come say hi. What time? Rear foot elevated in this case means toes tucked under. So it's not really elevated that high, but there we are. And I'm creating a little tension here. And we're working on this opposite side that you can't see. And I'm trying to tuck the tailbone. And I'm gonna be really gentle because I know this stuff is irritated, but this is honestly enough movement. We don't need much. And this warm-up's gonna take a little longer than it would take if I was just doing it ad hoc, like by myself, but it's still pretty fast. We'll get through things quick. I rambled quite a bit at the start. I'm thinking this will take about an hour. And I might not be able to do hip thrust today, we'll find out. I'll go grab a towel or something, but I did not end up grabbing a pad. And I want a little bit of protection, but the bar's not gonna be super heavy, so I think we'll be okay. All right, I'm gonna hold, squeeze this left glute, just really fire up for a count of 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's funny how I feel like you have to like break in a space. Like I've only worked out in here a couple times. And this is the knee that's a little ouchy, but it's okay. I've only worked out in here a couple times. So even that's why I'm like, I'm gonna keep it really simple. Starting out, just get used to getting sweaty in here. See what it's like to work out on camera with all of you. How the pacing goes. Just lots of exploratory time. Oh, I gotta talk more. Oh, they're so tight. See, that's the thing. If you let everything relax, it's like we can go pretty far forward. My ankle mobility is not amazing, but everyone always ends up in here. And I'm like, no, no, no. Tuck that under and squeeze that glute and tell me you can still get that far forward. Fuck, it gets so tight. And I'm very tight, but I still have above average range of motion in just about everything. So if I'm feeling tight, a lot of other people are feeling tight. That's all I mean. And that range of motion comes with a price. I'm not like super, I just mean like I'm normal to slightly above, not hypermobile or anything. That also, the other end of the spectrum, also tricky. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pachow! All right, gorgeous. I need to get band. Oh, I need to do my bird dogs and then band. Band, band, band. I left a bunch of bands in the car. I don't think I need more. I have a little like go bag for my clients I see at their houses. These bird dogs are a little weird. I'll talk about them a lot. Let's see what's the best way. I think this will still be fine. I'm not gonna kick anything. Now, I call them bar fight bird dogs because they're a little more aggressive. If we think your regular bird dog is very big and reachy and like very curled, tucked under, you got this like big long extension. These are a little more punchy, a little more aggressive. So I'm gonna elbow the guy behind me. I'm gonna drag my toes in the dirt, and then we're gonna lift about 2 inches off the ground and knuckles forward. So downward angle from the fist to the ankle. And then I'm just gonna tuck them in next to me. I'm not gonna arch the spine. We're gonna stay really steady. Weirdly, really hard. All of these like unilateral things can get really tricky. And there's a little more focus on steadiness and lat activation with those as opposed to flexion extension. So good core activation. I'm a fan. Just a different variation. They're both good, just for different things. Get ready to fight. I'm gonna throw that fucking chair, you know it. And these are always hard the first couple times, but then once you get used to it, get pretty locked in. I'm gonna clip this to my bra and shirt. Bra scandal. Because I feel like it's flapping around. Let me know if that audio is still okay. All right, set 2, keeping it super easy. And I'm digging in my toes to build up tension. So I'm not just like setting this leg back here. It's a little easier with a shoe on, but I am digging that big toe in. That big toe communicates a lot to the rear kinetic chain. And it's just good to have that tension be intentionally created. Intentional tension, always important. We're working from head to toe. This is also a great one for exposing if one side is way easier or way more difficult than the other. Oh, also everybody's gonna learn today that I can't fucking count. It's just like not a thing, especially if I'm talking. When I'm working out by myself, I can, but that's not what this is about. So I'll get fucking close enough with the reps, you know, it's all right. This is when we get to find out if I was like, oh yeah, shit, I did not need to have that heater on this recently, because I get warm fast. Warm and sweaty. I'm gonna risk taking the glasses off. We'll see if I can still see what everyone says. All right, almost done with warm up. We've just got banded glute bridges, 2 sets of 8, and then I'm gonna hit some iso hold, overhead reaches. Iso hold to overhead reach to drop down for a little muscle activation, a little nervous system primer. I'll be careful on the drop downs in bare feet so I don't slam my bare feet into the floor. This is just a loop band. Dang it, beep, beep, beep. Loop band under the heels works great with shoes as well. And I'm thinking heel, big toe, and pinky toe. Push into the floor and 90-degree angle in the arms. And we're gonna drive up using the arms too. It's not cheating. And then slightly out at the top, but my big toe is not gonna tip off the floor. Put it up, a little bit out. And this is where, pretty quickly, between the bird dogs and these, warm up, actually I need to scooch in a little closer, your feet are a little far. Warm up starts to pretty quickly just look like normal exercises. And depending on where you're at, this might be in your programming. I've done quite a few of these and got up pretty heavy with my hip thrusts a couple months ago, last time I was training regularly. So this is you don't lose it as quickly as you'd think. And once you've had a certain level of challenge, if you haven't had like a regressed injury, you can pick back up at like an okay intensity, as long as you're being really aware of how hard it feels. And these feel pretty easy. Like they feel like a good challenge. All right, set 2. You will probably hear me breathing into the mic a lot. Breath pattern is not just important for making sure that we're like, you know, removing whatever waste molecules we can that don't really aid us in our heavy activity. It's also really important for making sure that we're relaxing and contracting on purpose. I think I have 2 more. Just not holding tension in the wrong spots too. We like to clench instead of use our muscles, if that makes sense. We like to kind of really brace in a way that's not the way we want to be bracing. And breath pattern also really helps with bracing properly. All right, iso hold overhead reaches, and then we'll get lifted. Then we'll do it. Sorry, I just messed my hair up while I was down. Yeah, and I think I'm just doing 3. And I'm gonna go ahead and move my little yoga mat. We'll come back to it later for my lovely little PT at the end. And she signed us, I'm so sorry, because you're eating. But what time are you guys baking? What time are you making bacon? I mean, cookies and cinnamon rolls, but let me know so we can at least be lurking. Anybody who's in the United Kingdom or would like to be, we're gonna be hitting some Fallout 76 and some DayZ tonight. I will call family and say hi to. Mostly I'll do that tomorrow. I really enjoy being somewhere where we just like take the time to like do our own stuff though. It means I get to spend a lot of time with you guys and not have to get up super early tomorrow. Because tomorrw is actually gonna be a chill day, I hope. So lots of gaming, 2 or 3 Pacific, gorgeous. So yeah, and like 2 or 3 hours. Awesome. Or like hour and a half, yeah, cool. I can't wait, we'll be there. All right, nervous system activator. Iso hold, overhead reach, drop down, hold, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going really gentle on the smack because I don't have shoes on. Take a little time to shake out. 1, 2, 3, up. Woo! That balance is funny. And that happens too, no matter what. My ankles are like, no, we're not strong. What are you doing? And I'm just using the impact to kind of jolt a little bit of activity, a little energy from head to toe. Hold being strong, reach, and down. Okay, now we're fucking ready. So we've got TRX rows and goblet squats with a pause. I'm gonna just be using kettlebells for my goblet squats because I don't have any dumbbells. And I think these will work okay. If I fall on camera, you're all welcome to laugh. These have a better, oh, I think I can just do. These are a little new to me, but they're very sturdy and they weren't super expensive. They have nice handles and they do a lot of stuff. So we're a fan. You can also shut these indoors and things too. I just don't want to slip on the floor. But we're gonna do, it's not gonna be down, it'll be all right. Again, that'll be a legendary clip. I'm still just getting used to how this feels in here barefoot. Nice thing about TRX is you can adjust if that's too hard, you can ease off. If it's too easy, you can come down. Last 2. I love that I count out for myself like I'm a client when I'm on camera. I've just learned this today. So get excited. Last 2 is usually my cue. Usually my cue for people. See, I got these because they were like competition style kettlebells. And I got them for this kettlebell course and I was like, cool, these will be great. And I don't like them. I don't like the handles. They get really sticky, but not in the way like the ones that have a lot of texture are way better. So I don't like them, but I wasn't gonna fucking ship them back. So they live here now. They're fine. They're just, the competition, I think I just got a little scammed. That's all I'm gonna say. And all this like a big fat baby. That's big fat baby melon. And we got 8 squats with a pause. Down, grease up all the wheels. Doesn't have to be heavy, just has to be on purpose. I've got a pretty generous squat stance as I like for my hips, for my knees, for my ankles. Gives me room to move. Holding the breath on the way down. Big exhale at top, squeeze. For a lot of you, if you're thinking about getting into strength training or getting back into it, I would say, this program is what, like a moderate experience. I'm not gonna call myself an expert in any way. I think I'm quite good at what I do, but I have tons to learn. And there are so many people out there in the industry who have 10, 15 years just of, not only of coaching, but of consistent strength training. And I really only got a couple. And you just learn a lot from your body and from your clients when you break things down and rebuild them with intention over the course of that long. But I would say this is a pretty good, this program I'm doing is a pretty good reintroduction. Some of it is a little higher skill or should be done with a spotter potentially. We'll be fine. Famous last words. But I think this is like a good example if you're somebody who has worked out in the past quite a bit and you're looking to get back into it. This is about the amount, intensity that you'd be thinking about doing as you're starting back up. I'm gonna be going really slow. This isn't gonna be like sexy high-end Olympic lifting shit. This is like what I give people to do when they're getting back to it, when they have injury that I need to be mindful of, when we wanna work on form, when we wanna just get a good burn. Whee! I like my Cirque du Soleil practice, sorry. Yeah, I love how strong it makes me feel too. Oh, I need to have chatbot over. I have a couple things I need to correct on this. Thank you for reminding me. I'd like to have chat rolling over. We'll do that next time. I'll get that ready for Saturday. Look at this melon. Just this one melon, you silly gooses. But yeah, it makes you feel strong, really good for your nervous system. So good neurologically, good for your brain, good for your synapses, your reactions, your ability to, you know, catch yourself if you start to trip, to recover more quickly, to have good bone density, good muscle, to protect you and prevent from other injury, to help you do things. You know, all the good stuff. Lots of benefits. Rhythmic breathing and patterns around that. Very good for stress and anxiety. All that stuff. All right. Oh shit, I forgot my single leg wall sits. Let me move this down. We're doing great. There we go. That's all right, we'll do those quick. You still see me over here, gorgeous. I'm gonna guess on timing. It'll be close enough. We'll just do these back to back. I'm not supposed to be doing a ton of single leg stuff while we make sure that my hips are really solid, but single leg wall sits are a pretty good alternative because I'm just in an isometric hold. And they're weirdly really hard. So yeah, ISOs are great, as I've talked about before, and we'll say 1,000 more times, because if you can get into the position and feel comfortable safely, even if it's hard work, it means it's an area where you can get stronger, because this is a lot of force. And like this leg is shaky. And this is a very quad, low body focused block, even with as light a load as it is. I'm done, okay, nice. But stuff like this is really what I need to do. This is, again, not the sexy stuff. It's the homework most of us need. These are also, woo, pretty adjustable. You know, I can go a little, maybe go a little lower if I'm strong enough to, but about here is where I'm good. Thank you so much for the follow. Celtsy, hello. Thanks for being here. Welcome to United Queen. I'm sorry I don't have my glasses on in the middle of my single leg ISO holds. Welcome on in. So glad you found us today. I'm QueenB3atrix. Welcome to the garage gym setup. It's very new for being used this way. I'm very glad you're here. I also game a lot. I'll be doing, and we're doing a cooking stream this week too. It will not be as well structured as She Scientist, I'm sure, but we're going to be doing Vault Tech, cooking, Vault Tech cooking stream, making a gingerbread house that will be a vault. It's going to be amazing. And then we're going to do a couple other appetizers from Vault Tech. Yes. And recommended. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. We really, it's very yellow, I know. And I'm perfectly wearing my own merch today, like a very cool person. Although, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You can go to TeePublic right now and just make your own merch. And it's quite fun, actually. I'm very tickled that it even exists. So if you feel like you need your own merch, you can go make it today. Very glad I showed up in your recommended. So let me know if you ever have any questions. I'm a full-time personal trainer, part-time, super professional, excellent video game player and chef. I do have a food science and technology degree and can definitely speak in sentences. And I do functional strength and conditioning, and also like ride horses and do yoga and run around and just think moving is fun. And I taught some Zumba for a hot minute before my body was like, stop, you're trying to do too much stuff. So I like to dance, and I'm sure we'll be doing some like pulling up some YouTube things and doing some dance classes in here, which will be fun. My little sugar bomb. My little sugar bomb. But yes, Celtsy, thanks for hanging out. We love a new face. All right, last 20 seconds each side here, and then we'll get into the heavy stuff. I'm just generally counting to 20 seconds. Second round's always the money round. That first round, always go in nice and easy. Make sure we're feeling good. Second round, your body's like, oh, I see what you want. Might have done 25 seconds. I lost count. I can't count. I told you. Lorica, see, even from here without my glasses, I can see the caw-caw. That's good. I'm really glad that little heater works so well, though. The was really just for the floor. The floor is so cold out here, and I really do like to train barefoot if I can, even if people are gonna be weird about it. No, you all will be great about it. Just everyone else will be weird. And it's fine. It's fine if you don't like feet. I think that's very harmless. I don't talk about it in my stream. Just as, you know, in a weird way. You can be like, I like feet, and I'll be like, that's nice. But if you're like, ooh, Like if you talk about my feet like the System AI talks about Carl's feet, I might feel uncomfortable. Unless you were making a System AI joke, and then I'll like it. You see, context matters. Yes. Thank you for recognizing that they're stall mats. Hell yes. That was honestly the cheapest, highest durability route. There's some other really good ones, but these are like 35 bucks a piece. Pretty damn good. I just moved some stuff out of the way because I just visually don't like it. Actually, I think these are all right. The ADHD is real. All right, let's get some use under this bar today. Ah! And drop my clips. Loretta, how's your Christmas Eve going? How's your Christmas Eve going? It's so good. Yeah, they just, they have that very strong, like the smell is very intense. So I like bought them and set them outside for 48 hours and also aired the garage out. But now they don't, there's like no odor. A little tiny bit, but less than in most gyms, honestly. All right, and I got this rack for free from one of my coworkers who is such a peach. I think I need it. It's gonna be maybe a little low. I might need to get different clips because this has kind of a high catch, which is okay, but the real game is, can I get them level by eyeballing it? No, I sure can't. Failed, that's all right. At least we found out now. Yeah. I think that'll be okay. And we're gonna be doing box squats today. Box squat superset with some kettlebell rows. The rows won't be super heavy for me, but that's all right. Rowing is usually the money method for a lot of shoulder issues. So almost every rowing pattern feels completely fine, which is great. Sunny power rockers. Okay, short safety is nice. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, Celty, what else? Tell me about your fitness journey, interests, anything. I'm always really interested what people have going on. Quiet, okay. I'm gonna show the video call tomorrow. Oh, that's really nice. Black eyed peas tonight. Remove the ham from the bone first. I'm very hungry. That sounds good. All right, we're doing 3x8s for our box squats. I'm gonna do one set to warm up and then I'll put a little weight on. That was the biggest indicator in August that I was like not doing so great. I also thought that I had some long COVID issues or just had COVID and it took weeks to heal, which is common as well. But I was up to, my back squats aren't super strong. This is a pretty new, I've been working on them on and off for like a year. Again, I wasn't doing a ton of, I have a long life of playing sports and working with coaches, but I'm really only consistently into any kind of really structured strength training for a little less than 3 years. Maybe I can give myself 3 to 5 because I did work with some really talented people, especially in Oregon, where I'm from. But I was up to like 155, 165 box squatting, like maybe on a real spicy day for one of my sets, I would do like 170. Nothing crazy, but feeling really good and strong there. And I went to do my warm-up set at 115 and it felt so fucking hard. And this was like 2 weeks after being at like 150 regularly as like a good working weight. And I was like shaking and just felt like I couldn't push through. And again, could have been from being sick. Sorry, I keep fussing on my hair. I just washed it and it feels weird. Good weird, but also weird. Yeah, so that was just an indicator that I was like, oh, so I'm either sick or my nervous system is fried or both, because there wasn't any other reason for it aside from just like not feeling good. IT nerd here. I should put my glasses on. I can work out in my glasses. Oh, so one I have are similar. Okay, cool. They don't look too bad. I like that they're short. I just, I'm worried I'll catch them. I think if they were one up, I'd have to reach up over. You just teach group fitness at the gym. Amazing. Yes, awesome. Yeah, I do online coaching a lot now, which is like the setup I have right here, which is the programming I did for myself. I use True Coach for my clients too. I do in person also. That's where I really cut my chops. But yes, IT nerds. I really wish I knew more about tech things, but let's warm up and see how we're feeling. Oh yeah, this will actually be perfect, I think. And I'm gonna keep kind of a wide stance. We'll narrow up at other times for different things. And I'm thinking half my weight on the bench, so we're still really active. The difference between that and, you know, sitting all the way down without control. And this is the only one, like, I really set this all up so I could do it really safely by myself. This would be one though, if you were wanting to go really heavy, doing it by yourself could be a little sketchy. You wanna make sure you have good catches, which I do not have set up. They are around here somewhere, or somebody around, which I do have. And speaking of which, I'm gonna shut the door in case a little kitty surprises me. There isn't anyone out here right now, but this is important safety measures. As soon as I shut the door, they'll wanna come in. They can come in when I'm doing my PT cool down stuff. But that feels super groovy at 45. So we'll take it up to 95. I think we'll be fine. You know. Yeah. You get to watch me do my math, which is, will consist of me being like, okay, 45. Yes. I probably won't go much heavier than this today. Got like, oh, these are new, so they're sticky. Come on, clip. Don't embarrass me like this. Come on. Ah. Shit, we probably won't go much higher because that'll be on there for the rest of its life. That's all we got. Oh, I have both the 25s over here. Smart me. I'll fix that later. I moved it all around a few months ago and then hadn't used it yet. Again, because this is all within the time of me being like, I don't think I can lift right now. My body feels bad. Why do I feel so bad all the time? Depression and anxiety are weird. And stress and all those things. Underestimating what they can do is, you know, I greatly admire anybody whose force of will is just like, nah, I'm fine, and just powers through and is able to like keep going. That's great, but I hit a wall for sure, and I think most of us do. Come on. Oh, those are sticky. That's gonna be the hardest thing I do all day. That's the hardest workout, getting the new clips closed. All right, set 1, 8 reps, 95, nothing crazy. Again, if we're thinking that my warm up was 115 for a long time, this should feel good. And I want it to feel good. That's the point. I don't want to be having to super recover. And when in doubt, if you've got a light weight like this, if it feels light to you, I mean, whatever you got, go nice and slow. Lots of control. Feel everything through. This is where being barefoot is fucking great. Because you get a lot of force generated into the floor. I'm a big fan. I'm not jumping around. Woo! See, that left leg's already a little shaky from going nice and slow. We're good. Gorgeous. Those feel good. That honestly will probably be where we stay. AJ, challenge mode. Challenge seats with a small person on you. Dad life, how's it going? Merry pre-Christmas to you and your family too. I even did the little seal flaps. I hope everything's going great. Thanks for stopping by to the gym. I'm doing gym stuff. I'm feeling kind of asthmatic. It's very exciting. Because it's just allergy season 24/7 in Kentucky. Also, you know, we're working a little bit. And I'm talking the whole time, which I don't recommend, but I will probably do a lot. So, single arm, kettlebell, rows with rotation is listed there as B2 in this superset. I like these. This bench is a little inexpensive, but it's fine. I have one that I got for free from my work. Here, I'll scooch this over slightly so you can see what I'm doing. This one wasn't that much and it'll be fine, but it's a little rock and rolly. That one's pretty good, but it has a spot on it that has like, you know when you put duct tape on something and then the duct tape comes off and it's really gross and sticky? Yeah, so it has that, so I don't want to use that. I gotta put more duct tape on it to fix the patch, because otherwise it's great and very heavy duty, but this will be fine. I like foot kicked out a little bit to the side. Some people end up kind of like this, and I feel like that's too crowded. So I'm gonna be out to the side, and we just got 10 per side. And rotation is, you'll see that my palm is back and then facing me. And this is like 20, 24, 26 pounds. It's 12 kilograms. Still feels like plenty of work. I always with these think about coming up towards my hip, not my side, because you'll get into like this out to the side stuff. So I don't think I positioned myself that well. It's fine. I'll just put this back over here. You can ask me a question. I will be using duct tape to fix it again. 100% dad life, you get it. It's got sticky partial duct tape on it right now, which I don't like. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Other options for bench, here I'll demo this way. Other options for bench, if you have ouchy wrists, you can do fists down. So I'm doing, I'm actually holding the side, which is my preference, so it'll look like this here. But you can do flat palm on the bench, or you can do knuckles down. I think you're just gonna have to look at my butt. Tough life, everybody. Real tough time out there. All right, this is the injured side, so I'm careful with it, but it'll be okay. These always feel all right. I'm definitely gonna have to get used to wearing contacts again. And this side's been feeling stiff this week. That's okay, we'll get some blood flow. If I have an elbow that's gonna feel tender, it's this side as well. This arm was the one that got broken when I was a kid. I am pretty sure that's why we see so many issues with it now. You can tell this is a lot more strenuous on that side for me. Okay, set one done. Fist the bench for maximum weight, that's right. Give it all the fist. Give it a good fist. A light side and a dark side, and it binds the universe together. Chelsea, that's beautiful and very true. Okay, I am about 2 sets away from just working out in my sports bra though, or I don't have to deal. Then it will seem scandalous. Bare feet first, and then sports bra only. Is she crazy? Has she lost her mind? This is me standing around for approximately 60 seconds. So, oh here, I wonder if I could add in the chat bot. Let's find out. I don't know if I have one, because this is the little mini PC. And I can't remember how I did it. I'll do it later. I'll have it for Saturday. I think it's just like a Streamlabs thing. I don't remember. It's not important. You're all important. That's all that's important. And I 100% just burped a little bit because I made a good choice. It only sort of tasted like peanut butter and not like tuna fish. Yes. The skeevy trolls. Oh, I'd like to see them fucking try. They already can show up and be like, bitch, that's like no weight on that plate. Women suck and they're weak and they're stupid. And I'll be like, you're stupid. Get out of here. And then we'll all laugh and be like, isn't that person dumb? Don't you think they could just be nice to people and their life would be better? Also, there's no way somebody could be skeevier and meaner to me in here than they have been to me when I've been playing video games. The back seating will be exciting, but also, I don't know everything. I think this is an area where I feel the most comfortable with my level of knowledge and like ego. I think I've stood up for myself well at times because I've had situations where I've had like other coaches or whoever be like, well, you should do whatever. And I'd be like, no. You have to trust what you know and your philosophy, but I'm new at this. I'm new at this. Still more weight than their opinion is a fucking great fucking comeback, AJ. I got a new fucking dig for trolls on Instagram who I don't deal with, but other people deal with, and I want to fucking have people's backs. We got to tribe up. All of us good people have to fight all the scumbags. You know, and then also leave room for them to have redemption arcs. That's important too. All right, I'm staying at 95 today. It feels groovy. It feels like super groovy. Set up. I cannot tell you the other thing that I see a lot. You can tell I should be lifting heavier, so I would shut up, but I'm not going to do it today. The other thing I see so often is people rushing, really rushing. They like won't even get their feet settled before they're doing their first rep, or they'll sit down with the lat pull down bar. You know, they'll be like sitting to the seat and pulling it with them. And I'm like, no. We got time. Make sure your feet are steady. Make sure your hands are in the right spot. Don't yank or pull things unexpectedly, you know? Was that 7 or 8? See, fuck, I can't fucking remember. I'll do one more. I could probably be doing sets of 10 at this weight, but we're not gonna, because it feels nice. Yes, Celty, thank you so much for joining in. Oh my gosh, so glad to have you. Please make yourself at home in the United Queendom in every way that you would like to. Join the Discord, come back and see us anytime. Love to hear more about your job and what games you like to play and more about your fitness journey and what teaching group fitness was like. So fun. You have to start over. Fuck, I didn't know that was the rules. Anyway, thank you so much for the follow. Have a wonderful holiday season. Hopefully we'll see you again before the New Year's. And if not, we'll see you in 2026. We'll see you on the other side. We'll make it there together. Blah, 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 blah. You can tell this arm's hurt because I'm like trying to do the like, yeah. And it's like, I don't know if I want to do that. That might be dangerous. Our bodies are so weird. But yes, thank you, Celty. Yes, you've made our community better and richer and more full of good things because you're here. And I appreciate it. All right, round 2. I'm like, I'm sweating. It doesn't have to be a lot. I know I warmed up for like 20 minutes, but I was also talking. Oh, that bench being a little unsteady means I gotta work. And 10. And that's the thing too, if I decided to just do one more set on my left side and be like, I think I'm good today, like I have that nice little do. I took some time to get my body moving, did some nice like pressure point release with the foam roller, did a couple core things, did a couple stretches, got a little bit of downward force on my spine, make my spine stronger and my quads a little stronger. You know, then it's like, that's great. Doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be in the gym for 90 minutes. If you like being in the gym for 90 minutes, 2 hours, or if you're like a power lifter, more power to you. I love that. But I think a lot of us get overwhelmed, myself included. This arm just also doesn't have as much like control. It's my non-dominant side as well as being injured and just weaker generally. So you can tell the movement pattern isn't quite as fluid, but still keeping shoulder low, tucking in, no pain. Groovy stuff. Nice. Taking a rest, having one more set. And then we'll do our hip thrusts and my PT. PT will be a good time to chat. You'll be like, what is this? Stick around for the PT if you want to see me doing really weird stuff that makes me look dumb. That is very hard and good for me. 30 minutes of dissociating on the treadmill is fucking underrated. Or exercise bike, truly. Just like, I'll be like re-listening to a podcast that I didn't fully listen to in the morning. Just like, my computer is so funny. It's very good. One, like biphasic movement, rhythmic patterns. I don't feel like I'm very rhythmic because of I'm not getting down with the like Dave the Diver music. That's better. What did I tell you? I get like a couple minutes into the workout. We're gonna be hitting some dancing streams. I wanna try to do some like dance tutorials and look dumb doing them. I don't give a shit. It'll be fun. Get down. But yeah, listen to something chill. Audiobooks, yes. I'm always listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl and you all know it. Let me have one more sip of water and we'll do our last set. And then switch it up. I will probably use the sticky bench for the hip thrust after a couple, even just doing single arm rows on this. I'm like this bench is fine to sit down to, but I really don't like that maybe it'd be all right. I could probably, because its little feet perfectly hit the base of the rack. So that at least makes me feel good. So I'd be able to like hip thrust up on it okay. But the other one's way heavier and I just trust it a little more. We'll see. Also, because I think I was gonna set them up, I don't know, I might try to set them up sideways so you can see what's going on, but you know what's going on. You all know. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of weight on for the last one because they are feeling really good. I'm going against my own advice, but you know, trust your instincts. We'll go up to 115. It's always good, set your expectations kind of low. Honestly, pretty solid advice. Be like, I'm just gonna go warm up, see how I feel. It's like, let me do a set with a bar, see how it feels. And then when you're like, it feels all right. Then you're like, okay, let's put a little more weight on. I'm never gonna be doing anything crazy in here without a spotter. If I'm ever going for like a really heavy, like you probably won't see me doing like 5 sets of 5 stuff in here too much. I'll make sure Marlon's around. Yeah, limbo professional. Always make it under your bar. I bet you're amazing. Always set it under the literal bar or just the bar of expectations. I think I do too. Those are my Dave the Diver dance moves. Thank you for listening. Actually, I think we're getting close to the end of this. Let me start it back over. This has been a good groovy fit. We're grooving. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, this is gonna be a little awkward restart, but DJB is in the house and you know it's always gonna be an awkward restart. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. So I'll have another hour, which we won't need. Maybe, I don't know, I'm having a nice time. Already feeling really good about having like a guest in here as well. One of my groovy, awesome coworkers to come in and do workouts with me. So look forward to that. It will not just be me and Marlon consenting. He'll let me coach him sometimes because he's great. And also the stuff he's doing is like kind of perfect examples of an even better example of like, I want to get back into training consistently, but I work a ton, I'm really busy. His is going to be like super bite size. It's very, very accessible and approachable and very like accommodating, would be easily regressed for somebody that like, you know, didn't want to get up and down off the floor easily or didn't want to do single leg work yet or whatever. Super, super approachable. Really basically just establishing good movement pattern. All that good shit. All right, 115, nothing crazy. We're feeling good. I am going to just breathe and focus for this one though. Just heavy enough. Gonna readjust slightly. Don't mind me. Always okay to do, but do it at the top. Gorgeous. Feeling good. Just thinking the entire time about like nice even pressure. Being super balanced left to right. Distribute that weight, push into the floor. Doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't. Be easy breezy. All right, let me get this all stashed. Hit my rows. And then we'll move things around. I need to figure out what exercise I'm doing. Can't get air through the room with my lip field. Oh, ooh, hot yoga sounds like. Sounds like surprise hot yoga day. If it's being, if you got lack of airflow. Yeah. Also plates are super handy. If you're thinking about like a home setup, because you can do like, you know, hold and lift them and weird shit. You can also stack them and do lots of like, there's all sorts of fun, like, I won't do too much, but like hopping on and off things and using them for lateral work and shit, which I'm not supposed to be doing, but they're very versatile. Also, grip strength. Yeah. 25, too much for my little hands. My little baby gamer hands. Just mine are babies. All of yours are badasses. But I have little gamer hands. They're so small. All right, rows. Then rest. Although this was kind of rest time. Start on my right side. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you can switch it up if you want to start. I also always recommend with new stuff, which none of this is new stuff. Sorry, I keep looking over there and be like, where's the camera? Start with your non-dominant side, or with your side that has potential for injury, either or, so that you can adapt to that side. Always good to play to the level of your weaker side. Unless you get really injured and have a broken bone or have to be in a sling for another reason, and then it is still worthwhile to just work out the other arm because your body still sees something like 30 to 50% muscle growth and adaptation, even if it's not doing shit. So if I just worked out my right arm, my left arm would you still see muscle gain. It's fucking, our nervous system and brain is wild. So it's still worth it, even if you have an injury. If you cannot work out one side of your body, do the other side. Or find something that, like, if you can still, if it's not a leg thing, like if it's an arm thing, walk or elliptical or bike or whatever. 25 pounds, still feeling like plenty of work. Those will get me through, I would say, this whole block. That's also a hard one to go up, I think. All right, superset 1 done. I'm taking my time, obviously, because I want to chat with all of you and go through things, but it's not a bad thing. If you have the time, it's nice to take it. But we've done our heavy stuff, barbell hip thrust, and my bear plank toes on bench, parentheses PT, will be next. Those are weird, but great. They're really hard in a really good way. Let's see how I feel about this. How do I feel about this? Also because it's a little taller than the other one. I think I'm gonna swap them out. This one's like slightly shorter and I'm a little shorter. I will have lots more toys and things down the line, but you don't need the one perfect thing. You can work with what you got. I'm really excited to have some guest stars though. And if anyone ever comes to visit, like Booth, and wants to work out in here with me, yeah, see, it's got this like sticky patch, but it's a lot more heavy duty and it's a better height. It is slightly angled up top, but I also grabbed it because it's adjustable for incline. I just think it'll feel, I'll still have to hop up quite a bit and get into place, but I think that'll be okay. Maybe that is too funny of an angle right at the camera though. Let me turn the bench. Maybe I won't just hip thrust right at everyone. That costs extra. I'll turn it to the side. How about this way? We could do like sideways. Yeah, we got. Because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Much thrust. Ka-cha. Oh yeah, when I get kettlebells, I actually like someday we'll do all sorts of kettlebell shit in here too. I was just new to the kettlebells and I really like the ones we have at work, but I was like, it says these are, I looked up an article from like Men's Health or something really, really academic. And it was like, get the competition grade one. These are like super high rated, blah, blah, blah. We haven't paid for this. And I was like, oh, I want to have like cool competition with that. So I got those and I was like, these are terrible. I don't like that. But I've tried similar shape, but a different brand. It's a little smaller handle, and it had this kind of like fine, like the texture was a little different. Those were great. I was a big fan of those. So I know that it's not the competition shape, it's this brand I'm not a fan of. Okay, I'm gonna just, we're fine, whatever. Don't mind me. I'm gonna run and grab a towel. You'll still be able to hear me, so that'll be fun. It'll just be a good disembodied voice. Disembodied voice. Well, I hunt down a towel for hip thrusts. Everything's an adventure if you make it one. Or if your brain number shuts the fuck up. Okay, towel. We're back. We're back. I think this will be fine. It's not gonna be perfect, but also because this is maybe TMI, but this shit's important. So I do a lot of like exfoliating and like good care for like keeping certain skin happy. So it's very exfoliated and like doesn't have, so the natural skin barrier is already a little worn down. And like I was doing hip thrusts in a certain pair of shorts and even just like along here, like just my underwear line. Oh, it burned so bad. It was terrible. So I only do hip thrusts at the gym in leggings with a good cushion. Even had the cushion, it was just the like my skin being really close with this like, just the material of the shorts I was wearing. They're nice and like kind of meshy, This is only a problem for like certain subsets of people viewing, but ow, I still think about it. And I remember being like, I'm never gonna be able to do hip thrusts again. This is awful. It burns so much. Okay, let's just start with 65 pounds because I haven't done these in a bit and I don't know how the setup's gonna work and I don't know how the towel is gonna work. And these are not my KPI. They're not my main exercise. They're supposed to be a little lighter. And if I wanna make them more challenging, I can do like a cloth band on my knees or you know, add a little more weight, but nothing crazy. So we're gonna keep it pretty chill. I mean, I could also do my little like Pilates ball between the knees or something. That's good. I am in need of lots of lateral glute strength, as a lot of us are. So I love hip thrusts for that. I have RDLs on my other day for my hinge push. But I like these as an accessory to squats because it gets me lots of glutes. We're fans. We're fans anyway, regardless of anything. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm excited to find out. This is always a learning curve. But this is also good, like, goes to show you, you don't need a fancy piece of equipment. And I'll give you a couple tricks right now for doing these and doing them really well, which I learned as I got more into them. So, this is the hardest part, just getting your feet under you, getting up into position, especially if you have I have some anterior shoulder pain, but not so much that I can't like put my arm back to get myself up. And then I'm thinking, getting my feet placed, one foot might be slightly in front of the other. Like, that's fine. They don't have to be perfect. Some of that's gonna be my natural, like the way my body wants to be. And then I'm gonna think arms as wide as possible. So all the way wide, and I'm gonna keep my chin tucked and I'm gonna stare at this bar the entire time. That's gonna mean that I don't do this, where we like really thrust up high and thrust up into our lumbar spine. Also, by the way, this is a good exercise. It's really fucking hard to just hold here in this position. So if you don't feel comfortable doing hip thrusts, you can just do this fucking weighted glute bridge that I'm deciding to do. All right, and then we're gonna come down. Plates are gonna hit the floor, push up, keep those eyes on that bar. I'm gonna scooch up a tiny bit. Honestly, it feels like plenty of fucking work. Not gonna lie. That feels good. That'll be hard. All right. I think that setup's okay. I would prefer this to be against something, but it's not too bad and I'm not going super heavy. Much thrust. Okay, now my PT, my little bear plank, toes on bench. Let me scooch this guy out of the way. Whoocha. And then we'll take a little rest. So, I'll just move stuff. This guy is just a modified, since I can't really do chest press right now, I can a little tiny bit with certain things, like I was demoing with the barbell the other day and it actually felt fine, which was weird. Well, it made sense, but it just was weird that it felt fine. That's all I mean. I was like, hooray, I can do some bench stuff, but that's like set, you know, barbell's like set in position. It's a lot, it's like not quite closed chain, but closer to. Talscan, hello. Talscan will come visit and work out with me, yay. You will be a special guest star in here anytime you want. But because I can't really press, and because my nervous system is being sad and overwhelmed, Jackie gave me this because it gives me good closed chain pushing mechanics, and also hip flexor strengthening, and also breath work, and good progressive overload challenge variations, which I'll show a couple of briefly. Workout. These dance moves match up with Dave the Diver. I can't wait for Just Dance streams. They're gonna be dumb. But yeah, so this does bear plank position already does a ton of shit, and this is a toes up on the bench version. I don't think I need to pad my knees because they're not gonna be on the ground for a very long time, but you can. So the easiest version of this, which I'm making look super easy, sorry, I'm kind of off camera, is just, Talscan. Oh my God. Talscan, thank you so much. Oh my God. So many good people got subs because you just gifted them so many. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I've been doing this a lot. I usually am at a desk, so I can't be like, happy sea alarms. I didn't even know this was the thing I did until today. I love you so much. Thank you for gifting all the subs. You're also giving me an opportunity to move this bench back so you can see what I'm doing, which I also appreciate, and I love you so much. Thank you for doing that. It feels so Christmassy. You donated so much to Extra Life. You were amazing in both of the ambition streams. Amazing. I can't wait for the next one. Anybody who didn't catch them, I'll be putting the VODs up there. I think at least, no, they should both still be up. Go watch the VODs, and then they'll be on YouTube. And then maybe we'll edit them because they were very funny and amazing, and I had a blast. And thank you so much for doing that. You just treated a lot of good people to some ad-free viewing. Thank you so much. Also, porta party! Do you feel like you got a good party invite? Talscan, I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time you do something like that, I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna ever properly thank Talscan for being Talscan? So, I'm thinking about it. I'm just not very good at it. I get overwhelmed, but it means a lot and I appreciate you so much. So easiest version here, just lifting up, using the tops of the feet to apply even pressure down. More advanced, you can do little lifts and move farther away, which gets really hard really fast. So I'm about here right now for 5 breaths, just holding still. Fingers spread really wide. You can hear me shaking, right? Like it's not easy. Okay. And I always try to come out of it really slowly. I don't try to go, whoosh, fuck. Even though I kind of feel like I want to just collapse to the floor, but I'm like, no, I'm cool, calm. I'll just gently glide out of this like a little swan. You're the best. This is every year. I don't think that there can be more good people who join us and make my life better. And then I get closer to more of you every year and my life gets better and everything gets more fun. And Talscan, thank you. Thank you for everything. You're the best. Okay. Set 2. I talked enough. I don't think I need a break. Come here, barbell. That was not a very careful pickup, but it's only 65 pounds. And I think this angle will be okay. And then I don't have to move the bench a bunch of times. It might look a little funny. I'm doing this on camera. If people clip it and Photoshop stuff in, there's only so much I can do to prevent that, okay? I accept and also think it will probably be funny. Also, you know, Donut seems pretty honored to have snicks made of her. She's like, this is part of the course of being famous. So if weird shit happens, sometimes it means you're doing something right. Just saying. Just saying. I think I also forgot to warn everybody that when I work out and the endorphins kick in, I get even more annoying, which you haven't really experienced too much. You have in some ways in the gaming streams, but that nice little high, that nice little I'm working out and I'm feeling good high is a real treat. I'm making this work around the squat rack. That's my only nemesis at the moment. Oh, this will, not quite. Come here. Once we're in the air, it's fine. Once we're in the air, it's fine. All right, and this towel is actually very adequate. I'm pretty happy. And look, don't I look all like I'm ready for the ride? Whee! Where's this roller coaster gonna go? It's gonna go right to my glutes. That's where it's gonna go. This is actually handy. I can see where my feet are. That's good. Again, not super heavy, so not super challenging getting into place. We are making sure the bar is pretty even. Wide hands, stare at that bar, stare at your own crotch. I may have like a tiny little pressure bruise, fuck you hair, from this tomorrow, but it won't be too bad. I'll get a little pad. Yeah, one more. Yeah. Yeah. This will be handy for form analysis. I'll be able to see what my knees are doing. Good shit. Okay. Bye bar. It's fine. It just bumped into the treadmill very gently. Don't worry. It's perfect. Okay. Bear planking, toes on bench. Cat hair. Zeke hair everywhere. Okay. staying pushed away from the floor. So I'm not like slack here, push up. And I'm feeling a lot of fingerprint and knuckle. One more breath, we'll go a little long. Isn't sweet? No, we can. We earned a hype chest because of you, Talscan. You're amazing, thank you so much. Okay, this is also good. I figured this would be what would happen because it was so cold out here and it's been so cool. So I got the little space here to warm the floor up. But as soon as I'm moving around, I'm like, somebody drop an ice bucket on me. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die of heat stroke in this 50-degree room. We run hot out here, you know? Oh yeah, I forget there's like a slightly downward angle too, so the bar keeps trying to roll away from me. Don't you love me, bar? Haven't we already been through so much fun together? So much thrusting. Only 20 reps. It's not so many. Yes! Oh, Quagga, I was very excited to see that you got one from Talscan. I saw your name in there. I was like, yay. Your foam roller's like, no, I'm out. Quagga, you can tell Jackie that I'm doing my PT. It's in my programming. Over here, you see? PT. I also sent her like the most insane text yesterday, so apologies for that. You know me, I'm the queen of TMI because I'm a privileged white lady, and I think it's important for privileged white ladies to be like, hey, I was a dysfunctional raving alcoholic too, and now I'm a recovering one. Like, it can be anybody, bah, 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 bah. And everyone who knows me is like, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still gonna talk about it, so deal with it, because we have to, you know, talk about stuff to make it okay to talk about, because it's okay, because being human is okay. But I've been on the same birth control for like 6 years, and I think it might be doing some weird shit, or at least preventing me from finding out some more stuff about my body and things that I need to know. And so I'm gonna go off of it for a while. Partly saying this, as Tom Pozo, awesome Tom Pozo follows, partially saying this just to let you all know that life is a journey, and also to like warn everyone because I don't know, it might get weird, but I think it'll be worth it. But I definitely texted Jackie and was like, is this a bad idea? I'm freaking out. Yes, yay! Okay, good. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas Eve. It's so nice to see you. And also Tom Pozo, welcome to the United Queendom. I'm QueenB3atrix. You'll start seeing the gym a lot more. Welcome to the Chaos Gym. But I also game, and we're doing a cooking stream on Friday that is Vault Tech themed. It's gonna be amazing. The yellow is for Kill Bill colors, but also for Vault Tech, but primarily for Kill Bill. But if you see that, you're like, is this girl just like all into Vault Tech? I mean, no. But yes, into Fallout. So welcome in. You followed right when I was saying a bunch of really crazy shit. So you're definitely one of us. I'm glad you're here. Talking about my birth control and my alcoholism. Real sexy stuff. This is the real shit. Is this a bad idea? Because I'm doing it anyway. I've already decided it was made up before the sentence even started. Have an amazing time at the Christmas Eve party, Quagga. Also, Quagga is one of our New Year's resolutions to play DayZ with each other finally next year, because I would really like to do that. Like a lot. Also because Badlands is gonna be coming out. What? We have to do that. I love you guys so much. You're my favorite people. Because you are, and I love you. Play some DayZ with me. That's all I want. All right, last set. And then we'll do my silly PT and hang out. And then Marlon and I, speaking of Fallout, we need to go watch episode 2. If anyone spoils it, I won't just ban you. I will ruin your life. You don't want me to do that, because I will be very, very, very vengeful, because I have enough to do already. And if I have to add more stuff to the to-do list, like ruining your credit, I'll do it. Because if it goes on the list, it happens, but I won't want to. You'll be running lots about gaming. Okay, good. I will bother you for DayZ. It's the plan. All right, hip thrust, ka-cha. As I slide off the bench and onto my hair, hoo-cha. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially at this weight. You know, we got 200 pounds here. We have 150 pounds here, I'll be careful. I should be being careful right now though. I'm sure a lightweight could hurt me. I'm very sure, but we're gonna be all right. Last one. Oh yeah. Good shit. All right. Last, bear plank toes on bench. But back into the, barbell goes back into the treadmill. Excellent, excellent work. All right, toes up, toes up, toes up. Last one, last one. Okay. We're done. Cool down PT time. I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. We know at least 30 minutes of this has been me being like, blah, 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 blah. United Queendom stuff, blah, 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 blah. Weird Claire personal problems and health notes, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, it doesn't take that much time if you're focusing. If you're like me though, and you want to just wobble around. I just turned this whole thing around in one circle and just put it right back where it was. Jesus. I've done that a lot. So it's okay. And I know it's uneven, it's fine. I mean, now I know. Don't judge me. Don't judge me and my dumb brain. We do a lot of great things together. Because I thought about moving it and then I didn't. I just put it back in the wrong hole. I should do what we do at the gym. Don't clip that. I hear you all collectively thinking it. I'll do what we do at the gym and put numbers on them so that I don't have to, I don't know, be like a normal functioning person who can just tell if it's level or not. Okay. Good shit. Let me roll my yoga mat back out and we'll do PT. We'll do our PT, which won't take very long. Trick the camera. That's right. It's level now. I fixed it. Cha. I think I do need to actually put this bench away. Come here. Not gonna set this on my toes. Oh, and I'll open the door so the cats can come in if they want. We'll see if they do. I would personally like it very much if they did, because I always do. But we don't need them in here when we're hip thrusting. Thrusting. Okay. They may not come in, but now they have the option. All right. You guys are going to probably giggle at some of this. Jackie! Jackie, I'm doing my PT right now. See? PT. I can't point. PT. Thank you, Jackie! Merry Christmas! I love you so much. Your present came a few days ago. I know I told you that. Also, sorry for the insane text about birth control late at night. You were my health professional and friend. Lucky you. Actually, I think everybody in this chat is secretly a health professional for me. Ta-da. You all just got drafted. It's a big job. It takes a village. Okay. So the only thing, I don't have I had graduated up to 2 pounds in each hand for one of these. And it was quite hard. So I'm like, okay, what 2 things do I have in the house that weigh sort of the same? I bet I could go get 2 cans of soup. Soup? Let me go get some soup. Hi, Zeke. Oh, Zeke will probably come help. But I don't know, the cream of chicken felt heavier than the French onion. High intensity strength training equipment right here. French onion and condensed tomato soup, Kroger brand. It's not that serious, haha. Okay, so I'm gonna use those. Get ready for this. It's actually very hard. It's just gonna look really funny. And I'm trying to position myself so that because I have to have little like winged out arms. But I want you to be able to see what I'm doing and also not just have my ass like right at the camera, which is also fine, but you know, it's a little silly. Okay, glasses are going off. Yeah. So I'll hopefully be able to still see if anything happens. And have my Pilates ball. So I've got 3 things I'm doing. I'm not doing one of the things because it'll be better to do it one day really heavy at the gym. So we're gonna just be doing my little prone lateral lifts for a couple sets. Now I'm fucking second guessing if I should do my fucking, no, we're just gonna do the prone lateral lifts for a couple sets. And then I'm gonna work in my breathing exercises around them. So I don't just have to do 3 sets back to back, but prone does mean face down on the floor like a fucking nerd. Forehead in the floor. I'm gonna have a lovely, lovely indenture on my face. Indenture? I don't think that means what I think it means. Okay, so arms out to the side. I'm gonna wrap around the top of these cans so I don't crack my little knuckles on the floor because that would make me sad. These actually work pretty well for that. And I'm going to think about sending my shoulders down and away from my ears, lifting and holding for about 5 seconds. There's one. Relax. You'll notice I'm being really conscientious of like letting everything relax and then engaging really intensely, sliding the shoulder blades down, lifting. I'm sure Zeke is going to come in and say hi. This would be the time. I'm not even kidding with the way that my musculature is weak. This is like the hardest thing ever. I'm amazed it actually feels as easy as it does with this weight. It's a good sign. But this is the stuff that will humble you, gang. I don't know why I have my toes tucked under, they can relax. I try to be conscientious of that stuff too. Am I holding tension somewhere weird for no reason? And when I tell you, every time I lift up and do these and have to count to 5, you know I fucking lose track of how many reps I've done. I think that's 5. I'm trying to just feel the 5 seconds. Fuck. So I can just count the reps. Jesus Christ. It's crazy how hard it is. I should not just be dropping my arms on the floor like that, but I'm tired. I think stuff like this can be like the hardest thing we do ever because, at least for workouts, you know, because it's like, what's the opposite of sexy? Like it's not, it doesn't look cool. It feels hard and makes me feel not strong in a very specific way. And it's very goofy, but those things are the most important thing to do, because if you go to do something simple like that and you're like, oh shit, this is so hard, it's something you need to do. That's the rule in a regressed form that you can do. Like I'm not doing, so like some things to think about with that versus like a regular lateral raise or like a Y raise is that this is all just an open air. And like I can do these movements without weight. I couldn't for a long time. We couldn't like get this arm up. That I can do this evenly is crazy. This is actually like huge, huge, huge progress. It's that internal rotation. You'll still watch it be a little funny, but that I can do this right now without it hurting and that they're even, like that I can actually get it, yeah, is nuts. Think about that. My body and core is supported. So we have lots of contact points and I'm just lifting up. It's not a huge range of motion and it's very, very controlled and the ground is right there. So we're not really able to like, you know, I can't overdo it. I'm not gonna do a huge big movement. And because my torso is supported, stuff like that really matters. Like Jackie had me doing a lot of stuff like external rotations that were really painful. The difference between doing one standing where it could be really ouchy, even if you just bring it down to the floor to a glute bridge where your shoulders, your scapula is supported, because my scapula is weak. So giving it an extra force of contact to both push against and be supported by helps with force transference. So points of contact is like a big thing to modify. And I always think this stuff is really interesting. Every time I go see Jackie, I learn like 10,000 new things. She's amazing. Okay, for more sexy content, please join me for my weird breathing exercises that are very helpful. I have a little squishy massage ball, lots of just like laying on my stomach. That's what I am seeing. I'm gonna do, I think I'm actually gonna try both of these out just to demo. We'll do a couple this version. So I'm putting this ball, it's not fully inflated. It even could be a little softer. I'm putting it like right at the base of my ribs. on my like diaphragm and intestines and stuff. This always makes, I can like feel the like, you have that like big vein or whatever. There's like a big fucking blood flow pattern. My anatomy physiology is not that good, but I always get like a really strong pulse here. But I'm just trying to really breathe straight up into my back and letting this massage my diaphragm and intestines. This is PT, gang. This is exercise. We're checking the boxes. Well, it's not really exercise, but it's something. I'm exercising my breath. And we're doing big exhales out through the mouth. And letting my low back relax too. This feels really nice for my low back. I always forget that. One more. Anyone who joins now is going to be like, what the fuck kind of squat pull day is this? And it's probably a little difficult to see, but I can feel it that my, like my mid back, where like T-spine and lumbar spine start to touch, is very stiff. It's very hard for me to expand out that way. Tummy time for adults. 100%. More tummy time. Tummy time that helps with like years and years of stress buildup in my intestines. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and do my little lateral raises again. I guess I just wanna lay face down on the floor for the rest of stream. That'll bring in the crowds. That's what the kids want. Canned soup. Comes in handy. Just go find stuff in your house. You don't need anything. Okay. Also, because this body weight is really hard. All right, I'm gonna try to count to 10. Call me out if I don't. It'll be funny to me. We're really intentionally contracting the muscles, trying to use them on purpose in the right way. And then relaxing, letting everything slump, relax. Engage, shift, drive. I'm telling you, go do this shit right now. If you're like, this is easy, I'll be like, that's great. You have really good like scapular strength. I'm proud of you. And adults, I do not. But you also might be like, oh my God, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole fucking life. Fuck, was that 5? Let's go. This is still great though for building strength because we are still out away from center of mass. It's obviously a good challenge. Very supported and controlled though. And not a lot of rotation. Basically none. Palms in essentially neutral position, which is pretty comfortable for my shoulders and for most people, depending on the injury or issue. Okay, I think I just have one more. It's feeling hard enough that I only have one more. You try counting to 5 and counting to 10 at the same time. And you have to count 5 over and over again. It's really hard. Okay, and I don't have any good technology to help. Life is so hard. Every time I get on the mat, I get dramatic as shit, apparently. Okay. The prone version of this felt really good. I'll show you what the other one looks like. So the slightly backed off version of that tummy time, I'm gonna just start calling that Pilates ball tummy time, is to be in a bent knee position. Again, if this feels safe and comfortable for you, and just be right here, which also real nice low back relief. It's just a little gentler. It's a good variation Jackie showed me for, especially if you've like eaten recently, but you still want to be doing your breath work and getting a little bit of pressure and support. Campbell's soup, Campbell's, sponsor me. That'd be funny for a couple reasons actually. Hey, you're gonna have grilled cheese and tomato soup? That's what I want. All right, so I will perfectly be able to do this breath work, hit my last set of lateral soup lifts, and then we'll sit and chat while I just do some gentle stretching for a minute. This I am putting not on just like my straight oblique. I'm thinking like mid-rib. So like this is the base of my ribs, and this is like my armpit, right about halfway up. And gently coming over to the side. And similar, oops, my earbud is like, I'm dying. Similar to when I was laying on my stomach, I'm gonna think about breathing up into this rib, and we're gonna breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Oh, I have one more breathing exercise I'll do as well. Shit, I forgot. That'll be perfect. great though because it doubles as cool down. Cool down's important. You have to let your body know that it's not under threat. Nice. This feels good. Talscan, are you cooking anything fun for Christmas? For Christmas? Everybody tell me about your food. I'm very hungry and I'm almost done and I want to hear about your foods. I want to hear about the foods while I take a little breathwork nap. And this is a case where I'm not thinking about breathing out into my diaphragm as much. We're really trying to expand the rib cage up. It's probably a little hard to see in this shirt. That's why we have my hand here too. And I'm literally just doing all of those one time. So anything that's a little more like strength training in my PT, like these lateral lifts, I'm doing 3 sets of 10 for the most part, or a timed amount. Oh wait, that's not true. 3 sets of 10 for those. 3 sets of 5 breaths for the bear plank, knees on toes. Toes on knees, toes on bench, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Fuck, my brain is melting. Trying to say things too fast when you can't talk is very funny. And then the heavy, like, so I get into position, I'll demo it like it's on my right side. I have a dumbbell, I rack it here with both hands, lift it up and hold this way, keeping a good eye on it so it doesn't drop on my head because I usually have a 30 or 40 pound weight. And I just hold it here for 60 seconds. Side laying iso hold. The reason I'm not doing it today, like I said, is because we have a 25 pound here. It would, with the kettlebell, it would be like, okay, I could try it with the 8 kilogram as like a bottoms up hold, which I'll probably do next week, actually, now that I think about it. But it's one of those things you want to have be nice and heavy. I don't have dumbbells yet. That'll be next. All right, last set here. I can definitely tell that I'm starting to cool down to a nice temperature too, which feels good. Okay. Oh, hi, Peach. I just felt this nice little soft ghost head go under my arm. That's so nice. She's just like, oh, look, the thing for me to go under. Pete, come back. She's so funny. Oh my God. Pete. Let's see, I'm tucking my toes again. Why? Hi, Peach. That is my foot. All right, come back. She's like, it's not that interesting in here. PG. I don't know how many that was, but I got distracted. Come here. Come on, we're basically done. That was really cute. Oh, yeah, you can come in. Come on, we're done. It's okay. I just have one more breathwork thing to do. You can help. Yeah, hi, honey. All right. Now it's a good stream. Now it's a good stream. That was really cute. Hi. Hello. Peachy and Zeke. I'll try to lure her back in. I should keep some cat treats out here. She loves the garage. Okay, I just have one last weird breathwork thing to do. Thank you all for being a part of the wind down. This stuff is important though. This is the stuff that doesn't feel as sexy and exciting to do. But it has been recently discovered that I carry a lot of tension in my rib cage. That's why I'm doing this stuff. And if your rib cage is tight, like my ribs are like tender as fuck, and not Linda like the delicious baby back ribs way. Oh, they're super tender because they're really tight all the time. And if your ribs are tight, if your rib cage that is like in the middle of everything and attached to your spine is tight, then it can make other things tight, like your neck and shoulders and hips, and radiate on through. Now it's turning into a zoo. This is why I shut the door. So I'm gonna just lay on my back and let the animals be cute. Watch out, Zeke. You can lay down. BG, she's on the treadmill. Don't worry, it won't turn on. The last thing I'm gonna do is just 5 per side. I just call these like rib expansion breaths, and I'm gonna really carefully tuck my fingers under, and this is especially, like, don't do this if you have like a really full stomach or a really tender stomach. Tuck my fingers underneath, and as I inhale, I'm literally gonna like try to gently pull my rib cage up on each side. Out through the mouth. Yes, it does feel weird. It feels like engaging with your skeleton in a way that you're not super comfortable with as a mortal being. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh yeah, that rib cage. I forgot someone could just like grab it. It feels weird. And I am being gentle about like not digging into my intestines too much, but this is just also kind of to like allow the diaphragm to get a little unstuck, because I tend to get kind of that caught breath a lot, where I'll be trying to breathe in, and I'll be like, and I'm just breathing higher and higher, and it's like, I'm like, oh, I must be asthmatic, but I think it's actually just tension. I'm just sort of carrying stress all the time. And I'm being super gentle. Peach, come here. Sit up for the peach. I did grab her. I don't usually do that, but she was in a very grabbable spot. She's like, why'd you pick me up? You never do that. This is gonna happen every time. This is partly why I was like, garage stream will be great. There'll be so many animals. Okay. Oh, PG loves the bench. She'll do her little picturesque bench sitting. It's good. All right, other side, then we'll chat and raid somebody. On Christmas Eve, 2025. One more. And if you find yourself doing something like this and then you realize that you're already in Shavasana and you want to just like lay on the floor and chill out and just like breathe, that's also good. Highly recommend. This is like, I'm not even joking, the #1 thing that all my clients should be doing, and most of them /us/me don't do enough of. It's just like, just chill and breathe with limited distraction. I know I have music on and you're here, chat, beautiful chat, but still better than I normally am. I literally was watching Twin Peaks in a call with people while watching a VOD for clips the other day, and was like, this is normal. This is a normal amount of stimulation. Wow. Nice to do just a little bit, especially with my picturesque beach and my cans of soup. All right, it's called the veg out. Yeah, supine. Therapy kitten 100%, yes, supine. Yes, bones, they exist within me. I know, it's weird though. It's very weird. Okay, everybody, good workout stream. We did it. It only took me 1 hour and 45 minutes to do like a 30-minute workout. Good job. It was more like, it's like 45 minutes to an hour of stuff, I think, realistically. I'm gonna just chill and stretch for like 3 minutes and talk about what's going on the next couple days. This was great. Thank you, everybody. Let me put my glasses on so I can thank people properly too. Oh my gosh. I'll shout some things out. I can stretch later. Oh, just a little bit. Oh, because I've been sitting at my desk a lot. Oh, feels good. Feels good to even just breathe though. Okay. Tomorrow is Christmas. Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. So if you celebrate that, that's great. I will celebrate doing nothing. I don't know, the Plague Pals are doing something. So if somebody would shout out the Plague Pals for me, I will likely join for a little bit of that if I am still awake. We'll find out. I think that's pretty early. I think they're doing something at like 6 or 7 PST. So if it's closer to like, 9 or 10 is better for me than 11. I can't remember, but their schedule's in their Discord and I'll figure it out. Just, follow them and I'll look for when we go live. Then Friday at noon, Vault Tech cooking stream, gingerbread house. I think we're doing yum yum deviled eggs and iguana on a stick. Or whatever the other one is. I can't remember. My brain doesn't want to remember shit today. And I just worked out and I don't have to do anything and that's great. Then Sunday, last fabulous opportunity of 2025 to donate to Extra Life because I will be streaming for 12 hours, which I have not done in a long time. 3 to 5:30, okay, because Skywater, okay. So 8:30 Eastern, that's not too bad. Did you see how long it took me to do that math? I had to like count to think about it. Just fucking time zones and plates. Everything else is fine. So 12-hour stream on Sunday. I'm gonna think of some fun one day only incentives for Extra Life. We've already done amazing, especially thanks to Taliscan who gifted subs today. Thank you so much for everything. But yeah, I'll think of some fun things to do. If there's anything that anyone can give or wants to give, like don't ever overextend yourselves ever. But if you want to donate, this is a great time of year because it just gets us all our fun final end of year numbers. And yeah, that's all that's going on for the next few days. Definitely taking tomorrow basically off, although you will see me in the Discord tonight and probably tomorrow for some gaming. Oh, and also on Saturday, we've got episode 2 of season 2 Fallout Watch Party at 8:30 EST. I won't miss that, don't worry. I know it's gonna have QB stuff like blood splatter eventually and stuff. It'll be good, I promise. It's just not there yet. But yeah, if anybody also, if you have questions about personal training or health and nutrition, please join the Discord and add me as a friend and ask me questions. I'm still always taking clients. I will very, very strongly announce the day that I am too booked up to take more online clients, but it is definitely not today. And I would love to work with anybody who's interested. Any levels, any equipment. I'm only $200 a month. Very, very inexpensive and will be for a while, especially while I'm still growing my online business. That is a steal. And even I know that, but I also want to make sure that I don't want to price myself out of working with the people that I want to work with, for one thing. I want to be excessively priced for my time. And I also I want to make sure that I am at the absolute fucking top of my game in every way possible, in every way that I can be before I consider going up in price. I should charge more, but I don't want to because I want to work with a lot of people like me who couldn't afford more than that very often. So yeah, just getting used to also promoting myself is weird. But if you liked anything you saw today, especially, this is pretty standard fare for me. We keep it simple, take into consideration where you're at, what you have, where you're at mentally, where you're at physically especially, but mentally too. Those two things go hand in hand. How well are you able to recover? What's your lifestyle like? How much time do you have? What's your sleep like? I'm very, very 360 about everything. I look at as much as I can about your circumstance and your needs. And it means that your workouts might not look like what you expect. It might look like a lot of breath work. It might look like a lot of breathing. It might look very dynamic. It might look, really fast and fun and kinetic in ways that are, a little more we think more intense sports playing kinds of maneuvers. But a lot of it is just very structured and feels really good and grounding. And I know I feel a lot better having gotten through this workout today. It didn't feel like I had to get through anything. It felt really nice. And actually, I think being on camera makes me focus on it a little more and be more likely to do it. So whatever you need to do to find what motivates you, it can be weird. It can be live streaming your workouts, who knows? Squidward, don't ever apologize for anything. You are amazing, and I'm just glad to see you here right at the end. Don't worry, I will see plenty of you soon, I'm sure. Everybody gets little happy seal arms today because I'm excited. So thank you, Tom Pozo, for following. Thank you, Celty, for following. So glad you both are here. Welcome to the United Queendom. It's a very silly little place, and we are glad to have you. Taliscan, thank you so much for the gifted subs. They went to really good people, as they do, because anyone who's here who gets a gifted sub is a great person, and we love that. And Cash, 10 stream streak! Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, I'm gonna take a look and see who we should raid really quick. Sorry, I'll be slightly off camera. Squidward, I'm sorry your boss is still around though. But yes, reach out to me, work with me if you want to, or just ask me questions. I will let you know if we steer into an area where I'm oh, I have to charge for this. If you're will you write me a whatever, I don't know, whatever. I'll know. If you're I need I need someone to do a full nutritional analysis on something for me. It's okay, well, but it's always flexible. I could give you an hourly rate. It doesn't have to be a whole shebang if you need something specific or weird or like, you know, you need workouts for, like, you travel a lot and you need like a workout or two for hotels or something. Like there's lots of different options. Okay, we have Mango Moonbeam on, just chatting. That's always good. Is she on with, also she says Merry Grimace. Merry Grimace Eve. Akila's on. First playthrough Baldur's Gate 3. Those are gonna be my two. I haven't gotten to raid Akila in a long time, so that's kind of what I'm thinking now, because we just raided Juice and Mango. I do love Mango. Actually, hold on, let me see what Fallout for Hope has going on. That's the only other one. They've got, so they do donations to St. Jude. Oh, Wes Johnson's over here. That could be fun. I think they've got like voice actor stuff going on. Maybe we should do that. That'd be different. I think that's a good idea. Fallout for Hope official. I got to meet Wes Johnson at the fan celebration. He's so nice. And it looks like I think they're doing like a reading of it. They're like acting it out. So we will make sure that we go say hi. Everyone go say hi to Mango and to Akila because we love them, but I'm gonna raid Fallout for Hope today because they have a lot of stuff going on for the end of the year as well for St. Jude. And I kept meaning to go say hi. There was a chance. Scotty K Fitness was on last week, but not this week. So, but that's fine. We don't have to stay fitness themed. And I'm also not trying to take it, you know, too outside of the family, but I think it's worth going on over there, especially if they accept raids, which I'm hoping they do. If not, that'll be a real bummer, but I bet they do. So I will see you all. I will see you all today after Christmas for a cooking stream. Thank you all. I'm gonna stop talking. Good workout. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I look forward to lots of feedback from you all too. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see differently. Patrons look forward to when we have a Spotify jam and you can select my music to mess with me and or pump me up, hype me up, help me chill out. I think that would be really fun. I'm thinking that'll be a really, really great benefit for being in the Patreon. So hopefully you're looking forward to that, as well as any other upgrades I can think of. I'll get a chat box up, make sure all my alerts are all synced and all that good stuff. So it'll be great. I have to like walk over here to hit stream ending. So let me hit the raid. There's the raid. I'm waving bye, and then I'm gonna put the See Ya Queens thing on, and I'll see you all in the Discord later. Don't forget to warm up and cool down. Don't forget it.